Good evening, everyone. It's Sharing Wellness, Promoting Health Wednesday. And tonight we're going to talk about staying healthy during cold and flu season. Stephen Horn did a Sunshine Sharing. It was my newsletter last week. So I don't know if any of you have noticed this, but cold and flu season tends to start in early December, perks in January and February, and drops back off in March. So do you ever wonder why? According to Purdue University, many viruses, including the rhinovirus, which is a usual culprit in the common cold and influenza, remain infectious longer and replicate faster in colder temperatures. And that's why it can spread more easily in the winter. I also think that it's the holidays, and starting with, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then the Christmas holiday, everybody's eating more sugar, and sugar impedes our immune system. So eating more sugar also does that. So what exactly are viruses, like the cold virus, the flu? Well, living organisms are single or multiple cellular organisms, and they metabolize nutrients, they grow, they're able to repair themselves, and they can reproduce. They can also be killed as an organism on their own. Viruses are actually pieces of genetic material, DNA or RNA, and they're wrapped in a membrane. Viruses can't metabolize nutrients, they can't grow, they can't repair themselves or reproduce outside of a living cell. They can be decomposed and not killed. So to get infected with a virus, our body has to get into our body, attach to our cell membranes, penetrate our membrane, enter the cell, hijack our cellular function, so its RNA or DNA is copied, and then it's ejected from our cells so it can go infect other cells in the body. So what can we do to help ourselves stay stronger? Well, our body's immune system, 70 to 80% of it's in our gut, so we want to keep the gut healthy, eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, kombucha, taking some probiotics and digestive enzymes. We also want to keep our respiratory system and our lungs clear and healthy, making sure to stay hydrated for adequate mucus production to keep our mucus looser and flowing. We also want to maintain basic sanitation, like washing our hands with warm water and soap. But we don't want to grow crazy with disinfectants, because our body needs some exposure to stay healthy. Otherwise, it can tend to overreact when exposed. We also want to eat healthy, cutting way down on sugar and processed foods, focusing on whole grains, healthy fats, lean proteins, fruits and veggies. The stronger we are, the stronger our immune system is going to be, and the better our gut is. And we can also add some key supplements. So our body has this amazing immune defense system. Healthy cells are able to inhibit attachment and entry into their cell. If a virus does make it past these first defenses, the body's adaptive immune system is able to recognize the compromised cells and try to develop antibodies tags and destroy those cells. So what does our body do when we get sick and our immune system's working? We usually get a low-grade fever, which helps our body inhibit this replication. We tend to get coughing spells, sneezing, skin eruptions, and that's our way of our body expelling some of the infected material. So as much as you possibly can, you want to encourage your body, not suppress your body from these symptoms, so our immune system stays strong and can manage itself. We also need to support our immune system, and there's several supplements you can take to do that. Vitamin D is one of them, and it's known as the sunshine vitamin. It's usually made from cholesterol in our body when our skin's exposed to sunlight, but in the winter months, many of us who live in the Midwest or the Northern Territories don't get a lot of sunlight, and that's partially, I think, why it ramps up in the winter as well, because we tend to have more exposure to the sun in the summer months from June to September, and lower exposure in the winter months from December to March, which also coincides with cold and flu season. So how do you know if you have a vitamin D deficiency? Well, some people get painful bones and joints, osteoporosis, they're really tired, their teeth decay, they have hair loss, muscle pain, some depression, they may feel down, kind of sad, slow wound healing, they may gain some weight, and they may feel that they are more susceptible to getting sick. So vitamin D doses are about 1 to 2,000 IUs a day during the cold and flu season. If your vitamin D levels are low, and you can test these in your blood, if you don't know what they are and you're wondering if you should take vitamin D, you may want to check with your doctor. You may want to take a higher dose between 5 and 10,000 IUs daily until your levels reach normal. Other benefits of vitamin D is it also reduces your risk of other health problems during the winter months, such as heart attacks or depression, and it improves the overall health of your bones and teeth. The other thing really important is vitamin C. And many of us, again, have higher levels of vitamin C in the summer and fall than we do in the winter. The levels fall off during the winters because there's less fresh fruits and foods with vitamin C in them. So vitamin C deficiencies include dry, damaged skin. And everybody's skin seems to be dry and damaged during the winter. Poor wound healing, easy bruising, joint pain, bleeding gums, fatigue and stress. Some people have chronic inflammation. Some people have weakened adrenals, which leads to fatigue. And again, poor resistant to infection. So you can supplement with vitamin C. Eat your oranges if you can, but it's not going to hurt you to take some vitamin C. It is a water-soluble vitamin. And if you have excess, you're just going to pass it through. So some people recommend really high doses, 5 to 10,000 milligrams a day. I don't know that that's naturally necessary, but I think about 500 to 1,000 milligrams twice a day, especially make sure they have bioflavonoids in them, which would be really beneficial. The other thing you can take is zinc. Zinc levels don't seem to have the seasonal fluctuations, but many people are deficient in zinc. And they're very common in elderly people. And zinc, again, supports the immune processes that keep viral agents from getting into the cells, and it also inhibits viral replication. So signs of zinc deficiency may be gray or thinning hair, digestive issues due to low hydrochloric acid. Some men have a low sex drive, anxiety, irritability, poor wound healing, and increased susceptibility to infections. So for zinc to be made available and get into our cells, it has to be, it needs help from things called ionophores. And that would be quercetin, which is a flavonoid that's found in apples, onions, red grapes, and citrus fruits and green leafy vegetables. Or you can supplement with quercetin. And it's also found in EGCG, and I'm not even going to try to say that, which is found in green tea extract. So zinc needs that to help it get into your cells. You also may benefit from some vitamin A, which is very important for the health of our skin and our membranes, which is our actual first line of defense in the body. It aids the surface immune system by helping the production of IgA antibodies, and it works really well with vitamin D to keep your immune system healthy in the winter. So some symptoms of vitamin A deficiency may be acne, dry skin, dry eyes, night blindness, infertility, poor wound healing, and some throat and lung infections. There's a lot of vitamin A sources. The oil-based vitamin A, like retinol, is best for immunity, and it can be synthesized from foods containing carotenoids, and those are your, orange and red veggies. So you can get it from animal sources like butter, egg yolks, liver, seafood. However, you can also supplement. There's also a lot of herbs that help support a healthy immune system, like elderberry, astragalus, cordyceps. The mushrooms, reishi, maitake, shiitake, chaga, those all really help support the immune system. Echinacea, lemon balm, St. John's wort, yarrow, garlic are all really good. And remember, our body has an immune system, and our immune system needs to let it do its job. So let your body have a low-grade fever. Let your body cough and your nose drain a little bit so your body can do what it needs to do to fight off these infections. and have faith in it. You know, God made us and we have a super strong immune system. So I hope that helps with some tips to stay healthy. Remember, eat healthy, limit that sugar, and drink lots of water. Thanks.